Good morning, Steve. I've got another video here I want to share with you this morning. This is the first of the controllers that you ordered from me way back. I'm not sure how long it's been now. This is the F3DL that you had first. And after testing this thing, when I first got these the other day, I took them out of the box and hooked them up briefly to some retracts that I have here that were made by Century Jet, and they're just normal brushed motor retracts. There's nothing special about them. And it appeared to me that this board was working, but once I started really working on this in earnest yesterday morning, I found that this controller would only move the gear in one direction. I think it was moving them down. It wouldn't bring them up. And so after troubleshooting it a little bit, I discovered that the problem was these three H bridges, these things that have the heat sinks on them. Here are the old ones that I've taken off of the board. Those were, just to use a non-technical term, burned up. The H bridges have two sides to them. One produces polarity in one direction to make the motors run in one direction, and then it reverses the polarity to run the motors in the other direction. And the section on these chips here that ran the motor that brought the retracts up, they were dead, just burned up in all three of them. And so I replaced those H bridges, and now this controller is working well. Now there's one other thing that I found that I had to do. I had already programmed this board with a high threshold version of my F3DL controller, because these motors, even though they physically are kind of small, these E-Flight retracts are pulling a truckload of current. I mean, these things are pulling more current than I think any retracts I've ever seen, including some giant scale retracts that I worked with for Century Jet models that had 8-inch struts on them, and I think they were 6-inch tires on them. So I had to increase the threshold capacity on this thing by twice. It went from 250 to 500 in order to get this one retract to come all the way up. Now this one, and I don't know if that's the right one or the left one, when you get them home you can tell, you can compare the picture here with the retract. So I'm not sure exactly how they mount in your plane, so I don't know if this is the left or the right. But this one was fine with the original programming on the controller. It would come up and down, come all the way up, and cycle fine. This one would not come all the way up until I increased the threshold to where it is now. It would come about 7/8 of the way up, a little more than 3/4, and then it would stall. And of course that would have left your tire hanging out of your wheel well and would have interfered with the doors closing if you have them. So that wasn't good. So I had to increase it to 500. I'm not sure what it is about this one. I've looked at it. It doesn't appear to be binding anywhere. I can't see anything causing that. I can't see anything that's bent or warped. So I just don't understand it. But this one, the characteristics on this motor and on this motor are not the same. So anyway, but I've got it working good now. Let me show you that. You see your gear door opens, the gear come down, gear door shuts. We go the other way, gear door opens, retracts come up, and this one comes all the way, and the gear doors close. So it's working well now. It's ready to be put into operation. Now the retract test switch, I'm going to have to tweak the programming on it a little bit to make it compatible with these retracts. These E-Flight have something right here, just as the wires go into the motor. I haven't cut the heat shrink off of that to see what that is, but I suspect that it is a little bit of circuitry that in the event that the retract loses signal, It maybe takes the gear down. I don't know if that's it or not. I don't know what that does, but anyway, it's making it not want to play well with the retract test switch. But I think I know how I can make it work, because it's working fine with my servo tester. So I think the problem is just that these retracts don't like for that signal to be interrupted even for just a few microseconds, and the test switch is doing that. So I'll work on that and let you know how that comes out. But I have both of the controllers you sent me working okay now, and they were all, as you had suspected, they were all burned up. I think probably when your retracts were installed and you finally figured out that they were binding, I think during that period of time it just burned the controller up. But fortunately, I can fix them, so we've got them both working. I'm going to give you a call and discuss with you. I think it would be a good idea for you. This is the second controller that you bought. This is a C3DL, and I didn't realize that you had bought a different controller. You'll notice the H bridges on this one are different from the F3DL, and the reason is that these H bridges on the C3DL are not designed to carry as much current. And the ones on this board were burned up, and so was the main chip. This one was really messed up. So I think if you're going to keep a spare controller, I think what you want to do is you want to keep an extra one of the F3DL like this one, because this is going to be the one you need for these big old retracts, these E-flite retracts. The C3DL is just too lightweight. It's just, I don't think it's gonna handle it. So I'll give you a call and we'll discuss all that, and you can trade that C3DL in on an F3DL. They're a little bit more expensive, but it's not much, and we'll discuss everything else. So I'm going to upload this to YouTube like I did the other one and send you the link, and then I'll give you a phone call later today and we'll talk it over. Thanks, Steve.